Hey YouTube, it's Don here. I just wanted to give you guys a quick gun review. This is my Rex 01S. This is a Gen 1. It's completely stock other than the Talon grips. This pistol has been checked. It is condition 4, meaning there's no round on the chamber, slide forward, weapon on safe, no magazine inserted. So it is good to go. And there's also a round indicator that would be cocked up a little bit if there was in fact a round in the chamber. So I have nothing but good things to say about it. I do have a couple gripes, but they're not anything that I would necessarily say, hey, you probably shouldn't get this pistol for these reasons, because it does everything it's supposed to do and more. I mean, it outperformed a $1,200-$1,300 pistol, and this pistol is like half that much, and it comes with a really nice single action trigger. The double action trigger, it feels heavier when you're dry firing it, but obviously when you're firing it, I don't know, maybe it's because like you're amped up and it's just not that big of a deal. I don't know, I don't think it's that bad. I have a Beretta FS92 as well, and I like this pistol way better than that Beretta, and I got a lot of rounds through that Beretta. And it's got a little bit of stuff done to it, a little trigger work, some slide work and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not a bad pistol, but I prefer this over that. And and I can carry more ammo with less mags. So right here, including the round I put in the chamber, it's 92 rounds. So a full combat load, for like a squad leader, staff NCO, for their secondary, which would be a pistol, they would have a Beretta plus 90 rounds. Like that's like the standard issue, at least in 05, 06, and 07. That's what the standard issue for the secondary weapon would be as far as round count. So 18 plus 2. I only put 18 in here. You can put 20. When I put 20 in here plus the one in the chamber, the magazine does stick a little bit. It doesn't completely just fall out of the magazine well, or kind of almost shoot out. So I just run 18. Also, it kind of just helps the magazines. And then I fairly regularly take all the ammunition out of the mags, take the springs out, make sure I stretch them a little bit. And please correct me if I should or shouldn't do that. We did that in the Marine Corps and it always worked. So, unless you had a bad follower or something like that. But other than that, like I said, I got about maybe, plus or minus 2,200 rounds through it. The first day I got it, I put 500 rounds through it. The first 250 were all 115 grain Fiocchi FMJ, and then the next 100 was Winchester 124 grain, just NATO spec stuff, FMJ. And then I did 50 rounds of the ammunition that you see loaded in the magazines right now, and that is Winchester plus P plus 127 grain. This pistol shoots that very well out to I've effectively shot this pistol out to give or take between 95 and 100 yards, hitting like a man-size target, steel target at that distance with a pistol, iron sights, like stock iron sights with just white. It's a very nice shooting pistol. I highly recommend it. If you have smaller hands, it is going to be a problem for you, just because that grip is mighty chunky. If you look at it, I mean, it's chunky. And if like your thumbs, not long enough, it's going to be really hard to manipulate the safety. Like I can do it, no problem, you know, but you can miss it. It's kind of like, it's got this bump. Like if I shave this down and I could kind of slide my thumb knuckle, it'd be a lot nicer. Obviously ambi safety controls. I'm comfortable with running it like this, with one in the tube, because it is a double action trigger. And that double action is heavy enough to where you're not, as long as it's in a holster, you don't got to worry about anything. But I run it like this with one in the chamber, and I've gotten really good with the double action. But it's just, it's got some girth, it's got some weight to it. It's definitely not, I wouldn't like, in the wintertime, very easy to conceal, but summertime, no. But I carry it all the time. So even in the summer, I did all summer long. We've had well over 100-degree temperatures, and same with last summer. So yeah, I love it. It's such a flat shooting pistol. The only thing I want to do is I'll keep the rear sights and then just go with a tritium day-night sight up front. But for the money, honestly, like you really can't beat it. Obviously up here in Washington State, you can't get these mags anymore. At least, you're allowed to get, magazines that hold no more than 10 rounds per magazine. And that goes for pistol and rifle. So that's lame. Hopefully we get a new governor and some things change. But yeah, honestly, this thing is, you can really shoot this thing really fast. That single action trigger is really nice. It's really crisp. The recoil or the reset on the trigger is a little bit long, but it's like, it's so smooth that it's just really easy to kind of time. I have no problem shooting it strong hand, weak hand, or, full presentation with support hand, pushing out, driving the pistol forward. It's like I said, yeah, you can complain about the grip, you can complain about the, the higher bore access. There's always something you can complain about, but as far as a going to war pistol, taken to the range pistol, just EDC, as long as you don't mind a little bit of extra weight, because these, metal mags, they're heavy. I also have a Gen 3 Glock 19 and a Beretta FS92 that I've had a little bit of work done to it, but I still like the Rex 01S better. It's just, to me, I just shoot it much better. So if you're looking for something that isn't going to break the bank, that you can literally go on Military Arms Channel and watch this gun destroy the SIG, from like 5 or 6 years ago. I think it's like 5 years ago. But yeah, it's amazing. It comes with everything you need, Picatinny rail, and I actually, with my support hand, I can ride my thumb on the Picatinny rail, kind of as like a gas pedal or a little extra stabilization, and really crank them out. I'm not going to run a light on it. I have one of those Streamlight pen lights that's, plenty bright. I always carry that with my Benchmade knife plus this. At a minimum, I carry these two at all times. So 18 plus 1, and then you got 18. These they're in my range bag, usually emptied. But last time I went to the range, it's been a couple months. It's been more than a couple months. I've kept these full, at least to 15. So, but I at least want to have these with 18 in them. Just like I said, just to go a little easier on the spring. I did notice, like I was saying, you put 20 in here, it's not gonna come out as easy. At least it doesn't for me. It kind of like if you try to put, too many too many rounds in your Magpul mag or even a GI mag, and then, you know, yeah, you may get 30 rounds in one of those magazines, but it's not going to seat because it's not a true 30 round magazine. And that's why they don't seat properly. So that's why, like with my ARs, I usually run 26 rounds, 26, no, no more than 27. Usually it's just between, 25 actually and 26. And then that's what I carried. When I was overseas, we did have some really nice mags. H&K supplied us that were legit 30 round mags that had the spacing right and everything. So, when you put that magazine in the mag well, it's not smashed up against the bolt and not prohibiting the bolt from freely, doing its job. So anyway, I hope all is well. If you're looking for just a go-to-war do-all pistol, I mean, you really can't beat it. I mean, it's got its little quirks, but, if you're serious about having a quality pistol, you won't have a problem managing it. And my wife can actually shoot this pistol really well. So anyway, thanks again. Take care.